Millions of corporate professionals are sitting at their desks right now, feeling like they are running out of time. Your rent goes up, your grocery bill inflates, and an algorithm is actively learning how to do your exact job for free. You probably want out. You want to start a business, take control of your schedule, and finally build something for yourself. Yet you stay exactly where you are. The reason isn't a lack of ambition. It is a chemical addiction to what we can call the salary drug. Getting a guaranteed direct deposit on the first of every month trains your brain to prioritize immediate safety over long-term leverage. That artificial comfort zone creates a dangerous blind spot. You become so conditioned to exchanging your time for a fixed rate that you literally cannot see massive, highly profitable resources sitting right in front of you. Take the case of a mid-level IT worker earning 40,000 rupees a month. He hates his desk job. He feels the pressure of office politics, and he is desperate to start a business. But the fear of his family going hungry keeps him completely frozen. Here is the catch. His family owns 40 acres of ancestral land. That is a multi-million rupee physical asset, fully paid for, generating almost no real income. So what is his grand escape plan? He wants to ignore the 40 acres entirely, rent a tiny storefront, and start a low-margin plant nursery from scratch with zero competitive advantage. He ignores his own land because he still pictures farming as sweating in the dirt, fighting off stray animals, and praying for rain. He wants to escape manual labor, so he assumes his land is useless to him. His paralysis has nothing to do with a lack of startup capital. He is paralyzed by a severe knowledge gap regarding the assets he already owns. A COVID-era layoff severed this manager's salary drug overnight. He entered the market out of necessity, building a mill to avoid total financial ruin. He secured a tiny microloan, bought a basic flour null, and started processing the grain himself. He handled the heavy machinery, carried the massive bags by hand, and managed all the local deliveries himself until the whole concept finally proved profitable. Once he started making money, he tried to scale by hiring employees, but every couple of months they would quit for a slightly better hourly rate somewhere else. To stop the turnover, he built a system. This chart shows the difference between a standard fixed salary on the left and a performance-based model on the right. Instead of a flat monthly wage, he offered his workers a base pay plus a direct cut of the extra volume they processed. The workers suddenly had a reason to hustle. Because their upside was mathematically tied to his margins, every extra rupee they earned meant a larger net profit for the owner. Nobody wanted to quit. Escaping your corporate cubicle doesn't require jumping blindly into the abyss. It requires stepping back and designing logical, self-sustaining systems that perfectly align human behavior with your long-term profit margins. The IT worker is trapped because he operates entirely on an earning mindset. He wants a business idea that spits out cash on day one, but he refuses to adopt a learning mindset to figure out how modern industries actually operate. By refusing to learn, his imagination is stuck a century in the past. He looks at his 40 acres and only sees back-breaking manual harvesting. He is entirely blind to modern agricultural realities. Today, commercial farmers use climate-controlled polyhouses to manipulate temperature, protect against pests, and guarantee high-yield crops year-round. Because he hasn't done the research, he doesn't realize that the government heavily subsidizes these tech farming setups, and that the resulting agricultural income is completely tax-free. He doesn't even need to quit his IT job right away. He could spend 2 months learning, take just 1 acre of land, and build a weekend prototype. Once that single acre proves profitable, he can scale by transitioning into consultancy and franchising. He takes a percentage to upgrade the dormant land of every other traditional farmer in his district. The most lucrative ventures rarely come from inventing a brand new product in a garage. Instead, true wealth comes from taking widely available modern technology and actively applying it to outdated, mismanaged physical assets. Often, the real barrier to generating wealth isn't your bank balance. It is your ego. It is the absolute refusal to look foolish and be a beginner again in a completely different field. But clinging to the illusion of white-collar safety is the highest risk of all. The algorithms are getting smarter, and those standard desk jobs are slowly evaporating. Meanwhile, that IT worker is sitting on one massive advantage. His family has decades of award-winning, hands-on experience in crop management and dairy farming. Here is the massive leverage. Combining decades of hands-on experience with technological systems creates a competitive advantage that a city-based IT firm cannot replicate. The resources you need are probably already in your possession. You just have to cure your addiction to the steady paycheck, swallow your pride, and upgrade your mental software to finally see the gold mines